Okay, so you want to catch up on Outcast and Outclassed, a kick-ass Pathfinder2e show full of emotional roleplay and... Yeah, okay, we get it. Buckle in for Season 1, because here we go. Let's meet the main characters. We've got Arc 2, a quiet, intelligent android magus that grew up in a cave, has never been in society before, and is also 5 years old? Okay, I wonder what his deal is. Next up, Tal'yatya of the Sojourning Song, our empathetic, emotional, enthusiastic catfolk witch. She grew up in a circus. She also walked out of the woods one day with magical powers and a ferret familiar. We'll unpack that later. And then we have Hideyaki, our resident, loudly enthusiastic, gung-ho, knowledge-devouring kitsune summoner. He got chosen by his village's ancient copper dragon protector, Overnoza. Sure, Overnoza is currently trapped in the astral sea, but don't worry, he's going to save him, just as soon as he's done saving everyone else at the school. And lastly, our dear Arifey, our selfless, compassionate fetchling oracle, a chosen of Pharasma, a healer, a hero. At least, that's what she's been told. Kinda hard to know when you have no memories from locking away a powerful demon. Maybe her shadow can help her after she regains her strength, of course. Well, that's the lowdown on the who, so now it's time for where. Welcome to the most prestigious and oldest Academy of Magical Learning in all of Galarian, the Magaambya. You can just feel the jazz hands.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Our story begins as our heroes meet their sponsor, the unbearably kind Teacher Ott. And yeah, you can't just go to this school, you gotta be sponsored. It's fancy like that. Well, Teacher Ott asks them some deep questions, and our heroes try to roll perception. Where the hell is perception? That's a good t-shirt. Someone write that down. Anyways, to prove this is not a regular school, but a cool magic school, I shove a lot of magical knickknacks into the dorms, like frog towels and a magical mask that gives you bullshit answers. That's a fun one. Well, okay, let's get into it. The perquisite tasks that somehow are also supposed to teach you about the different branches of study at the school, so the Rain-Scribes. To learn the value of adaptability, they are sent to buy some chickens, and Tal proceeds to buy everything else. Getting immediately distracted from these tasks by a fellow eager student, Habram, a friendly race across campus is held. You know, a little friendly competition to get to know, Tal casts fear on Habram and he falls off a roof. Not cool, Tal. Back to the tasks. Next, the Tempest Sun-Mages, inspiring valor and courage. So, hey, yeah, there's some gremlins stuck in a storage room. Go clear them out, please. Honorable mention is everyone's favorite Pugwampy gremlin, Brooklyn. Is he from Brooklyn? Is his name Brooklyn? Nobody knows. All right, next up, the Cascade Bearers, for the most visionary of magical theorists. Go to the woods and gather ingredients for a ritual to keep more gremlins out, okay? This was a good one. Enter Umbo the Myceloid stage left. And to those of you more familiar with this adventure path, you know that Umbo is also known as Certain Death. Well, let's just say Umbo gets quite a few of them with purple pox before getting felled. But not quite so bad as the worst nat one of the century, Tal'yatya. So, let's see here. Tal tries to run away, and join the Myceloid colony that, totally exists. And, Tal finally gets secured, and, gets some rest, while the crew tries to finish the gremlin ritual. Yeah, that failed. And then Tal dies. There you have it. GM's first death. Feels so good. Well, luckily, they are in a magic school, and they can run to get the teacher's help. Time for a resurrection ritual. Hope this one goes better than the last one. Well, meanwhile, somewhere not yet in the afterlife, Tal gets to meet their mystery patron. Getting a second chance, all they have to do is tie their string of fate to another's. No big deal. And Tal chooses Hideyaki, and ta-da, ritual success. Everything back to normal. Okay, now let's see here. Tal says, Ark, be my friend. And Ark says, nope. And Hideyaki gives Arifey an excellent pep talk, and everyone levels up. Great. Oh, right, the tasks. Okay, Emerald Boughs, community and connection. Go deliver some mail and sort out people's drama. And then the Uzunjanti, aka the arts department. But hey, everyone does a really cool magical rendition of storytime. Alright, well, great. With all those done, everyone's earned their place here at the Magaambya. Time for the introduction ceremony. Time where Teacher Ott will introduce you to all the teachers. Ha! Surprise! The gremlins attack and get their revenge, led by a crafty little Pugwampy named Kershkin. Everyone misses Brooklyn. Anyways, Hideyaki and Arifey bury Kershkin. Oh, yeah, and I guess they did meet some teachers in the end, and you guessed it, they are as colorful as the school. Alright, moving on. Hangout time at the cool dorms. There's some drinks, there's some chatting, there's some goss. Mariama mentions a secret society called the Cryptic Circle. Oh, so cryptic, so mysterious. And everyone gets emotionally damaged with the letter from back home.
Emotional damage!
Alright, school time. Let's see, for extra credit, Teacher Zuma says, let me tattoo you. And everyone says, yeah, sure, go for it, no worries here. And then finds out that it's only temporary. Whew. Ark gets a silly hat, that's important. And cool dude, Teacher Ayuari, holds a fighting tournament. Gosh, he's so cool. At the fighting tournament, Hideyaki finds Ignacy sus because he's writing in his secret diary about them, and he also makes an offhand comment that Mariama is a liar. No, he didn't. Well, they win the fight, and no, not because the GM forgot to include a few of the enemies. Oops. And Hideyaki names the group The Future. Pause for dramatic effect. Well, time for the celebratory party. Everything should be great and happy, right? Wrong. Ark distances himself because he's unhappy with the win, and Tal is grumpy at Hideyaki. Arifey tries to talk to Ark, but then goes to her room and talks to her shadow, which is weird. Her shadow talks back, which is weirder. Whoa. Well, Ark goes to their room and write a letter to Iska, and Tal and Hideyaki go on a walk and get into a fight. Wow, they are really bad at celebrating, huh? Hideyaki apologizes, but says he's learning he cares about someone more than himself for the first time. Oh, I don't know everything, admits Hideyaki. I hope you mean that someday, gut wrenches, Tal. Oof, I think we all need a moment to recover from that one. Alright, well, more school time, before Teacher Aunt asks the group to help try to find some lost books. He thinks it's probably in the old library turned dorm turned abandoned project lost to the ages of time. I'm sure it's safe. Surprise! It's infested with more gremlins. Well, gosh, we sure are seeing a lot of these folks around. There's also bugs, so trigger warning on those bad boys. Yeah. Cue the ass-kicking montage, though, because these heroes are certified exterminators. Especially Arifey. She went all scary on them for hurting her friends. Whoops. Oh, and Ark takes his first damage of the campaign. Like, seriously though, first damage. No wonder he's developing a complex. Well now, it's book hunting and sorting time. Tal and Ark bond a little. Oh gosh, they're so cute. Hideyaki is totes not jealous, and they find all sorts of goodies here. Some of Teacher Ott's books, some magic scrolls, some magic items, 3 more spell skeins. We've upgraded from towel frogs. These ones are paper cranes. Arifey adopts them and names them Waffles, Syrup, and the peanut butter. Sorry, we don't talk about maple. Okay, anyways, they also find a folio full of info on the inhabitants of the city of Bloodsalt. They probably don't need that. And a shiny golden key. So shiny, so mysterious. Well, this tree stump library has been cleared out, so time to turn this campaign into a dream home decorator sim. That's right, it's secret clubhouse time. Do-do-do-do-do. Awesome. That was fun. Anyways, school continues. But next up is Teacher Ulawa, everyone's favorite teacher with an attitude. She's an insect expert and, newsflash, something that's been disturbing the insects at the Magaambya. Given a list, Scooby and the Future, go and investigate. Are we sure we're settled on that name? Okay, well, there's beetles chewing weird runic shapes and patterns, there's agitated water striders, there's a scream from the kitchens. Wait, what? Yep, a swarm of centipedes is causing trouble. Our dashing heroes jump into the rescue. Good thing Anchor Root provided them with some convenient centipede antidote. Surely that will let them get the upper hand in this fight. Wait, Ark, no! Hideyaki, no! Tal, hang in there! Oh gosh, okay, no pressure, Arifey. Just gotta save everyone. You can do this. Whew. Okay. She did it! They did it! Everything's okay, and clearly, yes, Teacher Ulawa, there does seem to be a smidge of a bug problem on campus. Well, hooray! Having more than proven themselves, the Future... Okay, that's it. Let's go with the clubhouse name from now on, okay? The Sprout House crew gets invited to the masking ceremony, where they'll craft masks that will, over time, imprint with the owner's true spiritual face. Okay, that's actually really cool. Can I have one of those? Now, sure, the first introduction ceremony didn't go so hot, but second time's the charm, right? Let's find out. Surprise! Family's been invited for this one. Tal gets to see her family again. Everyone's happy, sort of. There's definitely some odd tension between Arifey and her guardian Infar. There's definitely more formal air between Ark and his maker, Iska. Okay, Hideyaki hugs his mom and, no, he's fighting with his dad. Okay, take it outside now. Wow, perhaps this family surprise wasn't the best thing to spring on them? Well, we learned some neat backstory stuff, though. Overnoza used to protect Hideyaki's village before he ended up in the Astral Sea, and Tal meets Iska and finally learns that Ark is an android. Wow, how did that detail go unnoticed this whole time? Well, then they, strike a deal to help Ark. Okay. Well, anyways, now gather round, everyone, for it's mask carving time. All right, yes. We did it. We made it to the end, and no interruptions this time. Oh, no. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Giant insects burst from the walls. Everyone is getting attacked. Protect the helpless NPC. I mean, the families. Teachers and students work together. Habram jumps on a flying bee. What a badass. And the Sprout House and company emerge victorious. Yeah. Did we mention there might be an insect problem at the school? Well, don't worry. The school's on it like a car bonnet. Time to divvy up and investigate those tunnels and insects, with Teacher Ott and Teacher Ulawa in the lead. But first, why don't our heroes take a day of rest and recover? And what better way to do that than check out Tal'yatya's family circus that's in town? The following day, wait, really? Y'all can't even make it to the next day before getting into more shenanigans? Okay, whoa. Arifey has a heart-to-heart with her shadow Yafira, which goes well, and Hideyaki has a heart-to-heart with Overnoza, which goes less well. Teaching Hideyaki a lesson in humility, Overnoza forcibly unmanifests, which would be okay if not for the fact that this fated connection with Tal causes some psychic damage to flow her way, leaving her with a precarious 1 hit point left. Whew, that was a close one. Sensing the opportunity with Overnoza away, Tal's mysterious patron whisks Hideyaki away in his dreams. They make a binding deal to ensure that he never hurts Tal again. And in exchange, Hideyaki gets some visions about the stone ghost. Seems fair. Okay, are we good? Is it circus time now? Yes! Alright, we learn a few things on this excursion to the circus. 1. Tal's uncle, Tyrugan, is a bit of a dick. Gosh, and here I thought everything was so lovely at the so-draining song circus. Not everything is about money, Tyrugan. Gosh. 2. Grandma Olu has a book on the followers of fate. I sure hope someone reads that book in the time we have left in season 1. Spoilers, they don't. 3. Ark is uncomfortable in crowds and is going to stay outside for the show. 4. Tal's a really talented acrobat and has a kick-ass twisting silks routine with her brother. 5. Arifey falls unconscious in the middle of the performance. Wait, what? Yeah, apparently something with that acrobat routine triggered something really deep in her subconscious, and while real-world Arifey is being carried to the medical tent, inner mind Arifey is somewhere completely different. A dark, quiet space, devoid of color. We're in the shadow plane, baby. There she meets a pile of chains. There's someone under that pile of chains, and after a rotting arm grasps onto her and siphons some life energy, a few missing memories begin to flood in. Arifey awakens, and her shadow, a bit more invigorated? I'm sure it's fine. Okay, now where were we? Yes, number 6, and arguably the most important, cotton candy is had. Lots and lots of cotton candy. Well, now, everyone had a nice, relaxing, now that they had their day off. Anyways, it's time to go back and help the school. They're assigned a set of tunnels far away from the ceremony hall to investigate. Because surely that would be safer, right? Surely no one would purposefully mislead the tunnel system. Yeah. Well, investigate they do. Handling irritated bees, tricksy gremlins, traps, and more, they uncover a much larger plot. An angry stone ghost out for revenge against the school. An appropriately dramatic amount of time later, they emerge victorious, with a fellow student's life saved, one adopted helpful but lies-covered gremlin ally, and one neatly unraveled plot. Except for the small fact that Stone Ghost just used the opportunity that so many insects were around, didn't actually plan for that. Well, that's odd. Anyways, they get some rest and report to Teacher Ott their findings. We love it when everything just comes together neatly like this, tied up in a nice bow. What's that? Some Anattis, that's spider people for you non-Pathfinder nerds, have come to campus asking to be admitted, 'cause they feel like this is where they're supposed to be? Gosh darn it, we almost had a clean ending here, folks. Oh shit, griffins are attacking!